Move your body, baby, bam, bam, bam. When I shake it, I must be like the show. Come on, baby, run, run, run. Quiero eso, dale long, long, long. Wine it up, baby, wine, wine, wine. Take it slow, do it one more time. Feel the rush, perfect moment like Kodak. Feel around my camera, Tamara. Feeling like you never felt before.
Good morning, everyone. The oath to be taken by the President of the first entering office is specified in Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Philippines and to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Philippines. So, God,
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Vice President of the Philippines and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Philippines along with the President and the people of the nation.
Let us now start the meeting proper, starting with the Secretary of Department of Trade and Industry. Please preside with your concerns or report.
Vice President, and to you, fellow cabinets, I would like to talk about overdependence and global economy of our economic industry. The growth of the Philippines economy drastically slowed to just 3.6% in the first 3 quarters of 2012, which is significantly less than the 7% to 8% growth targeted by administration's Philippine Development Plan, or PDP. Though the slowdown may have been due to the ongoing global crisis, it was markedly slower in comparison to other Southeast Asian neighbors. Economic performance figures indicated a contraction in exports and a drop in FDI. Though the remittances from overseas Filipinos to the country grew in the first 10 months of 2011, however, the compensation that overseas Filipinos received actually fell in peso terms. Due to an appreciating 2012, the Aquino administration sought a FTA free trade agreement with the EU and joined the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. The administration further allowed the U.S. to even more directly influence Philippine economic policy, making in its self-interest by entering in a Partnership for Growth, or PNG. These partnerships will consequently further the dependence of the economy on the global economy, whereas a regional arrangement between less unequal Southeast Asian countries is potentially useful. Greater attention has to be paid to addressing to the internal problems of the economy and enhancing domestic-oriented growth. A policy of removing structural impediments to growth has to be adopted with lesser focus on foreign investors and exporters.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary of Department of Trade and Industry. Let us now proceed with the Secretary of Department of Labor and Employment. Please start raising your views regarding your department.
Okay, I'll start with the pricing and employment rate, which are leading to higher employment rate in our nation today. The official and figures for the Philippines in 2012 are among the worst in Asia, higher than its Southeast Asian neighbors, and according to the International Labor Organization, the country is among the worst one-fourth in the world in terms of unemployment rates. Without a strong manufacturing industry or real Filipino industry, the economy will be unable to create enough decent-paying jobs. Till then, manufacturing or services will remain substandard or of low value addition. According to employment figures, jobs in the Philippines manufacturing sector increased by just 8% of the total employment. Nearly 3 out of every 10 people in labor force are looking for work or are jobless. The mining subsector, said to be one of the fastest growing industry in 2011, failed to generate new jobs. Steadily rising inflation has contributed to the erosion of value of minimum wage, though the Aquino administration increased the minimum wage and announced cash dole-outs, but lack of quality decent-paying jobs and higher real wages continue to be a problem. The government's policy to encourage foreign capital, even if just low-value-added assembly operations, will continue to hinder real growth and development of the manufacturing sector. The Aquino administration needs to plan over the long term and prepare an industrialization program that encourages value addition, manufacturing or services, and builds Filipino-owned industry. That is all.
Let us have a clear point of view in analyzing and giving probable solutions regarding these informations after everyone can give their reports about the discrepancies that their departments are encountering. So let us then proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, may now proceed with the Department of Agriculture. Philippines genetically modified or GM corn bankrupts farmers in September 18, 2012. Whatever the arguments around the health risk of consuming genetically modified or GM food, the conditions under which many GM crop farmers have to toil means this is an issue for anyone who cares about the impact of their purchasing choices. An estimated 270,000 smallholder farmers in the Philippines are being forced to grow GM corn and ending up in the debt as a result. These are the findings of a recent study by CI member Ivan and Masipag, a farmer-led network of people's organizations, non-government organizations, and scientists. The farmers are at the mercy of seed suppliers and lenders who are one in the same in the country. This despite claims from the country's Department of Agriculture promoting the production of GM corn, claiming that the cost of production is cheaper. Therefore, switching will improve farmers' incomes. However, given that the suppliers and the financiers are the same, the farmers have little choice but to switch if they need help with financing. The study also indicates that the news being spread by the Philippines Department of Agriculture that farmers now prefer planting GM-BP corn is not correct. More seeds, more costs. As a result of the increased planting of GM corn, the cost of the corn seeds has risen 282% from the introductory price, now accounting for 18 to 21% of a farmer's total cost of production. The cost of fertilizer is also on the rise, and now accounts for around 23% of the total cost of producing GM corn. Interest payments now account for 26% of the total. Even round up, the herbicide which has been packaged with the GM corn seeds is now sold separately. Bad for the environment, bad for health.